'Tis the season for giving back.
But you feel like family to me.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole if you're new. Thanks so much for clicking on today's weekly grocery haul. So we went to Aldi. I only wanted to go to Aldi, but we're gonna explain why I had to go to Walmart. And that's the two stores we went to. If it would have just been our groceries this week, we would have came out under $50. We spent $43, I think, on ours. But as I told y'all in the last video, and also I think in my October no buy update, that I plan on through Christmas buying some items to donate to our local blessing box down the street and just giving back if I can. And being that I was able to this week for sure because our grocery budget was super low, I got some extra things. So let me take you down to the counter and show you what we got from Aldi Walmart for ourselves and what's going in the blessing box. And I am gonna take you guys to the blessing box to show you what it looks like, the state of it, and us putting the stuff in there. Starting off with what we got for ourselves for the week, what we needed. We spent $32.01 at trusty Aldi. But let me go ahead and flip you around and tell you my thoughts on Aldi and donation stuff. So yes, Aldi is cheaper by the, by the ounce and stuff, but I don't know how it is at all Aldis. We are getting a new one that's opening up tomorrow, but I had to shop today. So I'm gonna try to shop at the new one next week because they gave me a 10 off 40 coupon. So that'll definitely help with the donation stuff next week. Excited about that. But at the one that we currently have that I shop at, all of the stuff like rice and beans is in really big bags, like 3 pound or more, which makes it a lot of money for just one bag. And when you're buying stuff for donation, I wanna buy multiples to be able to help multiple families if I can, not have just a couple of things in the blessing box. I don't know if that makes sense, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But everything about Aldi was more expensive, even like PB&J and stuff. So we always trash talk Walmart, but Walmart definitely came through with the individual items to donate. Back to what we got. Okay, the grapes, y'all. The grapes, first off, they're on steroids. They look like mini apples. Are you seeing? This is my hand and look at these damn grapes. I'm like, what? They all look like that. I was like, what are they pumping in this stuff? Definitely not natural, okay? But they were 83 cents a pound. Like, come on, Aldi, coming in clutch. So I got those because the boys are loving grapes right now. And that's a good cheap fruit source for the week. I got Trey his vanilla Greek yogurt for his breakfast. The raspberries were on an Aldi saver this week and they look good. The ones I bought Walmart last week, I had to throw away almost the entire package. They were so nasty, which broke my heart because I hate wasting money, y'all. But they were just not even edible. So I'm going to try to make sure to go through these quick, but they look good. And I like getting raspberries because of the fiber, but it's just not the right time, I guess. I got a block of mozzarella for recipes this week. 3 of the vanilla almond milks for my protein coffee, my protein cereal, Trey's protein shake. Y'all know we get 3 a week. I got a 2% half gallon. The milk is so much cheaper at Aldi than it is at Walmart. I don't know why the milk has skyrocketed in price in just the past couple of weeks when comparing. Y'all let me know if your milk is like astronomical. I don't know, but I was like, okay, we're just gonna get the half gallon at Aldi. This has been for cereal on the weekends and for our sweet treats and stuff. The boys like to drink it with dinner sometimes, so I like to have milk on hand. I did get 2 of the fat-free refried beans. Remember last week I told y'all probably should have got more than 1 can. 1 can is like us rationing it, okay? And we can get by with it, of course, but I got all boys in my house, all right? So I got 2 cans because they're always like, I want seconds on beans. And I'm like, hell yeah, fiber and protein, So I got 2 and they're $1, so I'm not mad about it. I got some of the Dakota's Pride maple baked beans. We are doing chicken drumsticks, baked beans, and that easy way that I do the pasta on Monday night, this upcoming Monday. So I got 1 there, and you're gonna see I like to get the little can at Walmart over here just because I don't need 2 big cans and we waste and it gets thrown away. And I told you, I don't like wasting food at all. I got a thing of the con queso, salsa con queso for the boys. Nachos on Tuesdays, they pack that for their lunch, and Waylon's starting to pack his lunch here and there. So gotta make sure I got things on deck. I did get some pizza sauce. We're going to be doing my Italian burgers. I have those linked down below in the meal plan. Anything that I have a link for or have a recipe for, y'all, it's always linked in the meal plan down below, and I pin it in the comment section too. Got a creamy Alfredo. That is for the chicken bacon ranch pasta. I will have that link too. It's one of our favorites, and it's so stupid simple. And every time I eat it, I'm always like, I forget how good this is. And that's why I try to throw it in rotation often, because it's so stinking good. And then the last thing we got at Aldi for our 3201 is the advent calendars. It was slim pickings, okay? Because these came out Wednesday. I'm shopping the Tuesday after. But I was able to get 2 of the basic ones. Our elf cutie asked me to get these to give to the boys. So I did. I like this Santa one, and this Christmas tree one was cute with the elves for sure. But y'all remind me, when did these get to be $1.99? I remember these being 99 cents, I thought. I was tripping. I was like, wait a minute. Am I wrong on that? Y'all refresh my memory, but you know how everything, inflation be going up, but I guess $2 isn't bad, but these are just the basic ones. I was like, what the actual hell? I wanted to get the truffle one. They didn't have it for Hub, so I guess he ain't getting one this year. I don't, he needs one, you know? But I try to treat them that kind of stuff for our Vlogmas and all, you know, but that's what we got. So that's what we got at Aldi for 3201. At Walmart, because I was running in for the donation stuff, I went ahead and got the things that Aldi didn't have, and I spent $10.65 on what we needed from Walmart. Their blueberries were cheaper there than at Aldi, and they have been good. I've been loving the blueberries, so I got those. I got an ish ton of bananas, but y'all, they are so green. I tried to eat one in the car. I needed one for my post-workout, and it was so hard. I could barely get the banana peel off, and then when you bite it and it's a hard banana, like that's not the vibe. I know some people like that, and I'm just gonna say, you guys are weird, okay? I like them just yellow. I mean, just give me a yellow banana, but I do like them when they spot it up, okay? Like when they almost ready to go. I like them like that. I know some people hate that, but I do. But I'm eating like 2 a day right now, so I got a bunch of them, and that probably won't last, but I hope they ripen up is what I'm trying to say. I did get a Great Value Maple Cured Baked Beans, a little one, because we need like a big and a half, all right? We don't need 2 bigs because then we waste, but this will be perfect for our drumstick night. And then I'm gonna do my Big Mac bowls. I have that recipe here on my YouTube channel. I'll link that down below too. But I'm gonna do that a couple of days with some ground beef. It's really easy, but I like to use the Velveeta shreds for that and have 0 on hand. So I got one of those. $10.65 at Walmart. For a total for our groceries this week was $42.01. My goal is to be under $100, and I was under $100 even with our donation. So I call that a win. So let's head over to what we're donating to the blessing box next. To the blessing box at Aldi, we spent $5.80 there. And then at Walmart, we spent $17.80 for a total of $23.60 of items going to the blessing box. So what did almost $24 get us to be able to donate? I mean, you got to stretch it. I mean, it's crazy how much things are. It is a struggle, and a lot of you guys mentioned that in last week's video of the stock up haul. You're struggling, and I know. And if we can do anything to give back, if this helps anybody, I hope it does. You know, just anything will help, you guys. Your time, just one, if you can donate 1 bag of beans, you know what I'm saying? Like, something's better than nothing. I always say that in all aspects of life. I was looking at the clearance cart, and I know maybe not ideal, but I know this blessing box, about 70 people frequent it a day is what the church tells us on Facebook. Have a camera out there, and they can see how many people are actually taking from the box. So I went ahead and got this because I thought some fresh bread of some sort might be good, and being it was $1.70, I went ahead and got this. People can freeze it. You know, I use this stuff all the time, so I'm not buying anything that you guys don't see me buy for ourselves either. That's a move as well. I got some PB&J because, again, who can't use PB&J, and that will stretch, especially if you are running thin on stuff. So I got the creamy peanut butter and the Concord grape, but I feel like it's so crazy how much just great value off-brand peanut butter and jelly is nowadays. It's nuts. The Aldi ones were more expensive, so that's why I got these. And I plan on maybe getting this like every single week, if not more of this kind of stuff for the blessing box. Also good things for the blessing box, y'all. Anything that just requires water, because a lot of people don't have oils and butters and milk and all that they can put in stuff. So I wanted to get the buttermilk biscuit. The one at Walmart is also comparable in price, but this will make a lot of breakfast, y'all. And it's hearty and filling, you know what I mean? So I got that because all it requires is water. And then also got a box of the tin count. Variety pack of the instant oatmeal also only requires water. So I wanted to get some breakfast items for people that might need that, especially for kiddos. So this one comes with maple and brown sugar, apple cinnamon, and 2 of the cinnamon spice. And I also got 4 boxes of the Jiffy Corn Muffin Mix. These are on sale for 50 cents at Aldi and at Walmart right now. And again, you don't have to put what it asks in here, egg and milk. You can just put water in here. It may not taste the best, but I have some recipes where I don't like put all the stuff in there too, and it comes out still pretty dang good. So you got to get creative when you're on a budget and things are tight. Look, I've been there, done that too. I'm blessed to be able to give back, and this is why I'm doing it, because before we had kids and we were just starting out in our first basic starter home, we were living paycheck to paycheck. I have fond memories, and I kept it from my husband. Didn't tell him until years later that until we would get our paycheck, I would be rolling any type of loose change we had and going to the Coinstar and getting $5 to be able to buy something to eat for the week. And he had no idea, no idea that we were, that bad off at the time, but we were, and stretching it. And it was rough. It was rough and it was scary. And I know how it feels, and I don't wish that on anybody. So if this helps, I hope it does, is what I'm trying to say. I hope anything that we're doing with this helps somebody in need right now. So I think this would be a good option to donate as well. And then my first thought with what to donate that would stretch my dollar to be able to donate more and that would fill tummies is beans and rice. And look, we had red beans last night here in my household, okay? This is a Louisiana staple, whether you are on a budget or not, we love us some red beans. So I thought this would be a good item. Each of them are a pound. They're $1.22 a bag. And we have used the Great Value ones before. Y'all know I love the Camellia, but they be tripping on the price on those. So I thought this would stretch. And to go with the 3 bags, I got 3 bags of rice. This little thing of rice is 1 pound and it was 92 cents. Let me tell you, they were almost out of these. A lot of people, it looked like, were buying this kind of stuff either for themselves or to donate. So got 3 to match those. And then I got 3 of the 1 pound pinto beans. These were $1, so a little bit cheaper. This is the cheapest bean option on the shelf. Okay, this and the kidney beans. Everything else was a little bit more. So I got 3 of those and 3 pounds of rice to match that. So my hope is that when people go to the blessing box, they'll take like a thing of rice and a thing of beans. You know what I mean? If they take more, great. They might need it. They might have a big old family, So that is what we got for the blessing box. That is what we got for us for this week to tide us over until next week's grocery haul. Let me take you down to the counter and show you the meal plan for ourselves, and then we're gonna head over to the blessing box and package this stuff up and donate it to some people in need, hopefully. Meal plan for November 11th through the 17th. Tonight when I'm filming on the 11th, we're having steak quesadillas. I already had some tortillas on hand, so I have the rice and stuff, easy to make, the easy Spanish rice, got the beans. So that was an easy dinner with minimal requirements of actually ingredients, so always the move. Wednesday the 12th, we're having that chicken bacon ranch pasta. We love that, link below. Thursday, Italian burgers, either with french fries we have on hand. We still have some of those sweet potato chips from Costco or some fruit on the side. I have hamburger buns in the freezer, exactly enough for that recipe. We have ground meat. So that was another easy recipe to put on plan where we weren't having to buy a lot of ingredients. Friday the 14th, we're gonna do those beef and cheddar sliders in fries. We did buy the curly fries in the stock up haul. We bought stuff to make that. I told you I was gonna put it on plan. Saturday, it says out, or we're scratching this and bumping it, but I wanted to mention because it looks delicious. Garlic bread grilled cheese. It's on TikTok. It's stupid simple. It looks easy, but a grilled cheese just sounds fire right now. And then a snickerdoodle apple pie. Lord have mercy. It looks so good. I'm not making that this week because we have so many birthdays in November. We're going to do a collective out to eat birthday dinner on Saturday. Got the invite, so that's what we're doing. Sunday, we're gonna have leftovers. We should have leftovers of the chicken bacon ranch pasta, maybe some sliders, so that'll be good. And then Monday, we're doing the chicken drumsticks, baked beans, and pasta like I mentioned. I've got the drumsticks from 2 stock up hauls before. We need to eat those before they get freezer burnt, Breakfast, we're gonna do sourdough toast, jam, eggs, sausage, and coffee. We just rotate the same breakfast stuff with the ingredients that we have. Lunch, now that we've got tuna back on deck, we're gonna do tuna, pretzel crisp, and fruit, and probably a cheese stick. And then dessert is cereal, protein bars, or those Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches y'all saw me buy last week. So that is it for this 11th through the 17th meal plan. let's get over to the blessing box. All right, y'all, this is the state of the blessing box. Slim pickings. However, happy to see there's a lot of beans already in here. So that is good. They've got bags for people that want to take anything, a bunch of soup, and a couple of beans and spinach. It was like full when I came a week or two ago. I donated a ton of protein powder and other stuff, a waffle iron that was brand new in the box. It's not here anymore. So let's load it up. We got it loaded up. We got the bread, the Jiffy, the breakfast stuff, PB&J. No red beans, lots of pinto beans. So good to know not to buy any more pinto beans until it looks like those are running low, but that doesn't look to be the pick of choice. But lots of rice that wasn't in there, so it's looking good, y'all. So that's gonna do it for this week's video. My heart is so sad. I went literally like a week and a half ago to the blessing box. I dropped off a bunch of tuna, oatmeal packets, a bunch of protein powder, like tubs of the PE Science protein powder unopened that I was not using, and I knew I wouldn't get through in time, so I wanted to donate that. Some of the PE Science protein pancake mix that we don't use, I had a ton of that they sent me in PR stuff, so I put that over there with the waffle maker and all that was gone, and it was so much more bare bones today than it was just a week and a half ago. But my plan for next week is to stop by there. I pass by there every day where it's located. I drive by it once or twice a day, okay? So I'm gonna stop by on Monday and assess and see what they have. Like, they had a lot of pinto beans, and then I added more, so I was like, womp womp. No red beans though, so I hope they take it, and no rice. So I'm gonna assess and see what has been taken, and that will give me an idea of like what's in need for our specific community. And then I will buy stuff the next day on Tuesday when I shop based on what the box looks like, if that makes sense. But anything that you guys can do, I hope this video inspired you to do it. If you don't have the means to actually buy and donate, y'all, donate your time. I know that the actual food banks are looking for volunteers like crazy. That local food bank thrift that I go to, it's connected to the actual main hub food bank here in Covington, Louisiana, and all the profits from that thrift store go to buy food for the actual food bank for people to come get their weekly boxes and stuff. But I know they're always asking for volunteers, so if you can't donate your money as far as goods and foods, you can try to see if you can donate some time. I know that will stretch and go a long way as well. Thank y'all so much for watching today's video. Please give it a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next week. I'm gonna be making my meal plan today. Try to make it as minimal as possible so we can give back as much as we can next week. Until then, we'll see y'all. Bye.